And now, continued from last week, Al Goldstein's interview with Debbie, Harry, and Chris Stein. Last week, Al was inquiring about Debbie's most intimate fantasies.
Have you had fantasies? What's your position, missionary? Then black guys. Do you think? I mean, have you big dicks? Do you think that they're more primitive, wild, or? I mean, is that the kind of guy you want the most? Yeah. Have you fucked men who are black?
Yeah.
And are they better fucks than white men?
No, not necessarily.
But they do have bigger dicks, don't they?
Not necessarily.
That's good to know. Okay.
Be reassured, white men.
What about women? How many gay experiences have you had?
How many gay experiences? Not too many. A few.
Would you rather have a woman eat your pussy or a guy eat your pussy?
Oh, Al.
This is a Midnight Blue interview. Okay. Answer that, because the next question is even going to be tougher.
God, I don't know. I think it really just depends on the person.
Do you like to taste the pussy?
Yeah.
When you eat pussy, do you like to lick the clit or go around the vaginal walls? Okay, no. Okay, let's bring you, Chris. Okay.
Next question.
Okay.
Bring her in.
Bring her in, okay. Okay, do you like to taste the sperm?
Darling.
Uh-huh.
Okay, good. No, it's good. You're
Yeah.
oral. You would be.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. No. Hello, how are you? I'm Al. Come sit down here.
I can't resist. I have
You are beautiful.
to be screaming over and making
I was in Sydney a year ago. What a slow pace in Australia. Very slow.
See, the men over there are all blacked dudes, so
They're the
and-
ultimate chauvinists. Huh?
Yeah. So the women
Yeah,
and the
right.
women are all intellectual and sensitive and whatever, and then it's a real strange culture. All I gotta say.
The men are really. I'm told the men in Australia would much rather be boozing and drinking, and women really don't mean very much.
Yeah, it's a real male-orientated chauvinist. You know, they're kind of backward. A lot of men over there are.
Did you want an American husband, even though he's Jewish?
Didn't come over here seeking a husband, no. You know, I didn't want a husband. I never thought I would get married.
Where'd you find Chris? Was he sort of in the street groveling for pussy?
No, he's very civilized about it.
How did he make his feeble effort to seduce you? Tell us.
It didn't take much, actually.
She seduced me. Look at her, for God's sakes.
Yeah, look at her.
Debbie, have you ever paid for sex?
No.
What happened? Okay, but what? Let's say I.
Well, I have paid in certain ways. I mean, I
Did
must
you buy
say.
guys dinner, take them on trips?
Yeah, well, you know, it's just... No, not like that. I meant like in terms of, you know, spiritual...
Just enlightenment.
Yeah,
But
right.
What if I were a 19-year-old GQ model?
Yeah.
Would you slip me $50 or $100 to fuck his face?
I don't think so.
You've never had to pay for sex?
No.
So let's go back to what you masturbate to. No, it's okay. Okay. You've had ups and downs. Let's talk. I'm going to take us away from sex, because I just wanted the Midnight Blue viewer to be happy. Okay, you got your rocks off. Good. Now we can talk about some other stuff. You hit big.
Well, you didn't ask Mickey how big his was.
Mickey, how big is your dick?
So we keep it in the Grand Canyon when I don't have it.
Now, Mickey is whose mascot? Yours?
With an M. It's like, you know how Inspector Clouseau says monkey? Minky. It's a minky. That's it. Some people get that.
I don't. I went to Boys High. You went to the other one. Okay. Debbie, you were a star. You broke through really big. Then you had a couple of years where you were sort of not doing well. What's your perspective on success, on making it, not making it, and now making it again?
I don't know if I'm making it again. I think that I'm happier at what I'm doing. So whether that's success or not, that's personal success. You know, just having a good time and liking what I'm doing better than ever.
Was it painful for you? And I've been up and down on welfare. I renewed my taxi driver's license. I know what it's like to have money and not have money. And for me, the reality is when you don't have money, how quickly you lose friends. Did you have a lot of the fair weather music people just leave you when your career took a downturn?
Not so much on a personal level, but on the business level. A lot of people sort of turned their backs on us.
I think it was more in the beginning. What was funny, there was a lot of people who knew of us and ignored us until we made it, you know, and then all of a sudden all these people are your friends, which was funny, because a lot of people knew who we were for years around CBGBs and the whole New York scene, and then as soon as the records came out and the hits started coming in, like then all of a sudden these people we had known for years but didn't pay any attention to us came around, you know.
It makes you cynical, but that's the world around us. You go to a restaurant in like Spago in LA, unless you have a series on, you're not going to get a table.
We'll be back with more from Al Goldstein, Chris Stein, and Debbie Harry later on. You're watching Midnight Blue. Back to Al Goldstein's interview shot at Electric Ladyland Studios with Chris Stein and Debbie Harry. Yeah.
In High Times, it was stated that you wish you had invented sex.
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Now, why did you say it, and would you have made your invention different than the reality of what it is?
Oh, no, I don't think I would have made it any different, but I think what I was thinking of was to have all those copyrights.
Very good. That sounds like a Jewish girl.
Right.
Good point. Chris, what about you? How would sex be different for you?
I never really thought of inventing it, if what? I would be the only guy on this island of things, you know, whatever.
Anybody else?
Okay, but let's talk about it. Women.
The island of the pleasure bunnies, you know. Just like,
okay.
I'm just total like with the Raquel Welch fantasies and be surrounded by all varieties of beautiful women.
1 Million BC was my favorite movie.
There you go. That's all it is. And then I would be, I don't know. That's just bullshit. I don't fucking know.
If I, you know what I would do? If I invented sex, I'd have a little zip on every woman's forehead. That would be where the pussy is. And we don't even talk to them. You just unzip, put your dick in.
One theory is what if, like, what if...
It's right.
What if instead of shaking hands, everybody had, like, stayed with smelling each other's asses when they met?
Yeah, the animal kingdom.
Right, but like, what if everybody had stayed with that on Wall Street? You see these two guys on suits come up to each other and smell each other's asses instead of shaking hands. That would be really funny. I think of that.
If you've been on the floor of the exchange, that's exactly what they do.
Right, symbolically, I guess you're right. Yeah, this is true.
While snorting coke. Are you a chauvinist? Now, would you initiate sex? I want to go back to that. I like women in porn. I like the women who fuck because they say, I want an orgasm. They initiate. How are you? Do you need the guy to take the initiative, or would you say, I want your body, I want your cock?
Well, I don't know. I think it varies from circumstance to circumstance.
Okay, give me an example where you took the initiative sexually. You were hot for a guy.
Yeah.
How'd you do it?
What do you mean, how do I
What did you say? Hey, I want cock? Or you want to come home with me tonight?
Yeah.
I mean, is it subtle? Like guys say pussy. All men are sluts. All we want to do, and you know it, we want to put our dick in a warm place. Yeah. Are women the same way? Are you the same way?
What did I see this movie recently where the guy says,
yeah, that was really good.
No, the guy says, if you knew what men were thinking, you would never stop slapping us.
Truest words in the world. I'd also say, you're getting married. It is the most unnatural. No, that's because I'm getting divorced. It is an unnatural state for a man to be. Like Sam Kinison says, the woman says, yes, I'll have all your money, and yes, you're never going to fuck another person, and we like schmucks go into it. What do you think about it? Why are you so optimistic you want to get married again?
I've always had long-lasting relationships with one person. Yeah, I've never been into full playing around and playing the field.
Did you ever pay for hookers?
No. It'd be interesting. I'd like we should get some hookers over.
Send them over. For you, was there a world of groupies? Because of you and Debbie, were there women available for your sexual pleasure?
Yeah, sure, but I was always, I don't know, I'm very stupid, I don't know, moralistic or something. No, I never plunged into the groupies. No, honestly, it's weird, huh? Because it's a different situation. Debbie was this rock and roll icon sex goddess, so, what do you the groupies would never beat her and beat, so.
You had the best, but it's nice to have comparisons.
Yeah.
What about drugs? How did drugs fit into your life in the early years?
In the early years, there was no drugs.
I mean, did you guys do crack, coke, all the rest of the stuff?
Later on, we tried it.
Was that something that hurt your career? And what did hurt your career? What happened? You were on the top. Is it the fickleness of the public, or did you stop performing at a level that was good?
Well, we just stopped working at a certain point.
Oh, I got really sick. I got this weird genetic disease called pemphigus. I'm covered with
I'm covered with scars from it, actually. See?
And
Yeah, I'm
it's
covered with
genetic-
leopard spots. It's a genetic thing. You have to be Eastern European. It's like certain types of cancers, like sickle cell or some shit
So
like
what's
that.
a physical thing?
Yeah, I got really ill. I mean, I drove myself to it by, you know, overdoing a lot of things, let's say, and being angry. The show business thing was really a pisser, you know, being involved in the fucking
We didn't take a
rip-off
vacation
thing.
for 7 years.
Yeah, we just worked all the time.
We just worked for like 7 years straight. And
It's a stress-oriented
It's not good.
disorder. Everybody I've spoken to who has it is supposed to be older. I don't know too many people who have it my age, and it's definitely stress-related and related to your immune system and such.
See, I have psoriasis, and people say it comes from stress, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's true.
We'll be back next week with more from Al Goldstein, Chris Stein, and Debbie Harry. Stay tuned for more Midnight Blue.